Hi everyone, it's Annette. Welcome back to Cotto Verde. Today I'm going to be sowing Achillea or yarrow. This is a wonderful hardy perennial that you can leave out in your garden year long and it will grow back every single year and produce the most wonderful blooms that will look beautiful in your garden but are also incredibly useful as fillers in your flower arrangements. I love Achillea because it comes in so many different varieties. It's also incredibly beneficial for the insects. They love Achillea. Achillea likes to be in full sun and free draining soil. I don't think it particularly likes to get dry. We have heavy clay soil here and it survives remarkably well. The only thing I'll say about my Achillea is that I seem to have to create some kind of support around it, otherwise it tends to lean over. So first I'm going to go through the varieties that I'm sowing today and then I'm going to show you how I'm sowing it. Achillea likes to germinate in the light, so I won't be covering my seeds at all, but if you really want to cover them, you can use a very fine layer of vermiculite. So let's see what I'm sowing today. So the first one I'm sowing is called Achillea Double Diamond. It's a Tarmica variety, and I'm going to be putting the pictures up on the screen, so I don't need to describe them to you. The next one I'm sowing is called the Pearl. It's another Tarmica variety. And then the rest of them, I believe, almost the rest of them are millefoliums. The first millefolium I'm sowing is the Summer Berries. Millefoliums are the common yarrow. I'm going to be sowing Flowerburst Lilac Shades. That's an F2 hybrid. I'm going to be sowing Cassis, gorgeous colour. Cerise Queen, another one I love. And I'm also sowing a Siberian yarrow called Achillea alpina kamschatica. Love Parade, I think, is the pertinent information is that it's Achillea Love Parade. I've put the name up on the screen. Hopefully you can have a laugh with me about kamschatica. Maybe someone can tell me how to pronounce that. So just to go over how I'm going to sow the seeds, I'm sowing my seeds into a 40 cell tray. I'm going to sow one row of 5 of all of them except the lilac shades, and I'll do 2 rows because I've only got 7 packets and I need 8 rows, and I love the lilac shades and it'll give me a nice variety. That's the one that's going to have some of the creamy white colour in it, and I don't have any of that. I'm going to be using the usual peat-free compost that I use, which is the Melcourt Silvergrow peat-free compost recommended by the RHS. It's important to me that it's peat-free, and I really like the consistency, the structure of this compost, and my seeds seem to do really well in it. I don't use seed sowing compost because it's got no goodness in it, and my seeds tend to stay in their cells a little bit longer and will need goodness, so it saves me feeding them for a while, and also because I find the seed compost dries out too much. So when I fill my 40 cells, I normally just put the compost in without pre-moistening it, but we've had so many storms, my compost is wet. And so you'll see that it's fully damp and pre-moistened at the moment. I'm going to sow my seeds on top, and then I'm going to spray mist them with water afterwards. I'm going to make sure everything's got good contact with the soil. That's really important. Then I'm going to cover the tray with a clear lid and place it on my heat mats to germinate. Under grow lights in my storeroom. So if you don't have grow mats or lights, it doesn't matter because your Achillea will germinate just a fraction slower, and you just need to make sure that you leave your seeds in a room that's got a lot of light, but not direct sunlight, because your soil will dry out too quickly and your seeds won't germinate. I grew all my seeds without heat mats and grow lights for many years. So you can autumn sow Achillea if you want to. If you're watching this in the autumn, it's fine to autumn sow Achillea. You don't need to use a heat mat, and you can just leave them in your cold frame or your greenhouse. You can start them off indoors and then put them outside once they've germinated if you want to. I just wanted to mention that if you saw me sowing more than one seed into each cell, which I think I did in every single cell, it's because my seeds are old. So my philosophy is, if it's this year's seed, I'll sow 1 into each cell, and if it's last year's seed, I sow more than 1, and if it's older than that, I sow multiples. I never leave more than 1 in each cell. I always prick them out and pot them on, or normally, because I don't need any more plants, I'll just snip them off at the stem and leave just 1 seedling in each cell. It's better for the seedling, they're much stronger that way, they can build better root systems. If you can't bring yourself to do that, then please don't oversow, because you'll end up with weaker seedlings and you want strong seedlings. The reason that I oversow is because the germination rate with old seeds deteriorates over time, and so instead of every seed germinating or 95% of your seeds germinating, you'll find that maybe only 75%, or in some cases 30%, it depends how old your seed is. So I overseed my cells so that hopefully at least one of them germinates. As I said, if more than one does, I'll snip it off or put it on. I hope that was clear. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. So that's it for today. All the Achillea is tucked up on the heat mats under the grow lights in my storeroom, and I'll keep you posted on how they're doing. If you've enjoyed this video and would like to see more, then do subscribe to my channel and press the little notification bell so that you get notified every time I post a new video. I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. And you'll get flowers this year from it. I don't know why I'm frowning. So that's it for today. It's like the 16th time I've said this. Why am I laughing so much? This is such a time waste.